that has just been off them, and that last run came back, not disgraced. I like the rating drop, down 3 points in the merit rating system, and I think we're going to get a big run for our money. I thought 12 to 1 was a decent price, shortened 7 to 1. You can still get R9.40 and R2.50 on the tote. Only one run on the Poly, but she had valid excuses that day.
Okay, 2 Captain's Pride. And I know that time is ticking, but I want to ask you about 3 Mystic Dancer, 4 Dawn Surprise, and 12 Grew of Ice, because that's my lurker for 4th maybe. But let's go to Mystic Dancer, Sean Meeker's horse with a whole host of owners that are on course. Yeah, she could she could end up being way better than an 81, and she just looks to be a progressive sort. She looked good.
100% right, taken down to the feet out the irons. This is a horse who showed a tremendous amount on debut, second time out, 4th well beaten, then came back 4th, rested, came back and beat Melshana Moo. And you just get the feel that this is a horse who's going to improve with racings, had the time to overcome 1 or 2 little minor issues. Obviously from the draw going to be there, unbeaten on the Poly, 1 from 1, and this is a horse that you have to give a second and third glance to. Never easy first time out the maidens, taking in horses like Dawn Surprise, and at the weights in that, Dawn Surprise has got 58.5, Mystic Dancer's got the 60.5, so being a 3-time winner, Dawn Surprise, although she's looking for the hat trick, she still looks pretty well here.
She certainly does indeed, so that's numbers 2, 3, 4. Let's go and talk about number 12, Grew of Ice. Well, let me, it's 460, 2250, so it is a lurker, it is an outsider, it's drawn the deepest. But here's a horse that's going to carry 50 kilograms, loves the Poly, hasn't been on the Poly for a little while, and he's currently hunting off a rating of 50, Sheldon, so dropped from a 76 to a 50. There's horse number 12. I'm not saying that she's a good thing, I'm not saying have a bet on her, I'm just saying these are the kind of horses that we look for. Like your horse in the previous race ran 3rd, boosted the payout, and 12 Grew of Ice. She's been good to me. She's back on the Poly, a surface that she hasn't raced on for a while, but a surface that she's excelled on. And I think at 470, a couple of places would do no harm.
Well, this is the name of the game. Each and every race or race meeting, you go through the card and you see a horse that you just fancy that's going to run into the money and cause a little bit of a stir. And this is a horse who fits the bill. A 3-time winner, 2 of those victories on the Poly. Last run, not disgraced, 4 lengths beyond Auvergne Princess. If getting lucky from the draw, like the previous runner that I tipped, could get into a 3rd or 4th. And these are the horses, each race, you look for one of those lurkers that can perhaps make those dividends boost.
Yep. Okay, that's it. I think there's less than a minute to go. Anything else you want to add, Shell? 280, 150 about number 4, Dawn Surprise, so that's firm.
Only thing I'd like to add is I hope Captain's Pride can run us an absolute cracker.
Okay, race 6, the clock says due. They should start loading now. Here's Craig.
They're starting to step up. Captain's Pride going forward. We're talking about the Meekers. One of the thorough gentlemen of the game was Roy Meeker. I remember in my early days he had a horse called Bahadur, Gigantic and Secret Rights. And believe it or not, who rode Secret Rights? Robbie Hill, who trains for them today. They're just about all set, 1100 metres. They're sprinting away from the 1100 metre mark, and this wasn't a bad beginning. They're lining up for the lead though. Jane's Vision, Captain's Pride, Mystic Dancer. Dawn Surprise with the red cap is back in that 4th position. On the outside, Grew of Ice. Nile the Boss is further back. Between them is Ship and Darnie. Then comes Amen Corner. It's racing about 6 or 7 lengths off the leader. Illa D'Orange is on the outside. Then comes Ruby Claire and Poetic Princess near the rail. About 7 or 8 lengths off the leader. The homeward bound Captain's Pride from Dawn Surprise. Jane's Vision's on the inside, then Mystic Dancer. Nile the Boss further back, then Ship and Darnie. Poetic Princess is on the inside. Outside, Grew of Ice. It's now Jane's Vision, the leader. Dawn Surprise, Mystic Dancer on the inside. Poetic Princess trying to run on. Over the last 100 though, Jane's Vision, and on the outside, Dawn Surprise. These are the 2, but Dawn Surprise, Mystic Dancer, big runner on the inside. Dawn Surprise just held on, I think. From on the inside of that is Mystic Dancer, but it gets mighty close up front. Let's see when they hit the line. They went over the line as one. Dawn Surprise and Mystic Dancer with one last lunge. At this stage I went with Dawn Surprise, but does Mystic Dancer put its head down? Dawn Surprise, Mystic Dancer going for the line as one. One puts its nose in front, the other puts its nose in front. Here comes Mystic Dancer with a big lunge and coming down to the line. Oh, if we can just go back to that red laser. I don't know if they can take us back, but it's so close. There, Dawn Surprise is in front, but does it hold on because Mystic Dancer also puts its nose down. Third to number 12, Groove of Ice, and then Jane's Vision. And further back in the run was Nile the Boss. It's mighty close down to the line, so we'll wait on the judges on that one. So as we look at this, and towards the outside, Dawn Surprises with the red cap. Mystic Dancer in the middle of your picture, coming on strongly. And as they get down to the line, I don't know if they're going to put a photo up, but it's extremely close between the two. 3 pace 380 and 4 Dawn Surprise tote favorite at 240, but we'll have to wait for the judges on that. They're showing you another angle here. Yeah, Dawn Surprise is in front. Now Mystic Dancer. Now Dawn Surprise. Then Mystic Dancer's going to put its head down. Coming down to the line. Mystic Dancer's in front there, but oh, it's too close to call. Wait for the judges on that. Let's see if a photo goes up. But at this stage, we'll wait. But I don't think a photo is going up. That's the 6th. Tote favorite was number 4. Let's wait on that. Back to the various studios.